Hey guys, welcome back to Ashley's Homestead Adventures. And it is a beautiful, beautiful Sunday morning. We have so much to do. It's funny because I actually was telling Mr. Wonderful this morning, it's amazing, it did not, and everybody told me, all of my mentors, the people I look up to, my inspirers, everybody told me, you'll be right back to chasing your tail before you know it. They were right. It's amazing how quickly I got back to a place to where I feel like I'm running around in circles. We've been focusing really hard this last week on the groom shop, and in that process I managed to keep my barn clean, but now I need to move pastures, and my house is a wreck. I'm not taking you guys in there. I need to get the house clean. The porch is a wreck, and we're coming into the time when we want to sit out here in the evenings and enjoy the sunset and morning coffee and things like that. So anywho, we have gotten back to the point of a busy life, and I love it. I thrive in it, and I could not be more blessed. Please do not think that I'm complaining. This is my element, and we have gotten here, and I'm bubbling over with joy. And I just want to share it with you. So anyway, I'm gonna flip you around. Sorry, I got a little froggy in my throat. I am going to flip you around, show you some of the things that we got going on this morning, and let you know some of the plans. I'm going to take you along with me. Today's going to be, it's another hodgepodge day, but I have got, there's already soap and sprayers out. I'm working on the porch, but I've got another cooler to clean, and then I've got a pot out in the outdoor kitchen that I need to get cleaned up. Groom. This is my grooming supplies that arrived from Texas. We're still waiting on the ones from Washington, so these boxes need to get unpacked. I need to go out there and get Velvet's at least next 2 pastures. I'm hoping I can get 3. I'm hoping I've bought enough steaks I can get 3. I need to clean stalls, and I'm going to give this porch a good wash down. It hasn't had a good wash down since I think October. I think I washed it down when I got here in October. So I'm just going to give it it doesn't take me very long, give it a wash down. And then I had a wonderful, beautiful, another lady from my community. We ran into each other at the store, and she said, hey, do you want some lilies? And I said, well, yeah, of course, if you're digging some up. So she was digging some up. So I do have another pile of lilies, and I think irises. There's also a banana tree in a bag over there that I need to get in a pot until, actually, I think I just had an epiphany, you guys. I think and she also got me some seeds, brought me some seeds from her garden. My gardening community is just so cool. I think it would be a great idea to put Mr. Banana Tree right in the center of this raised bed. I think that's a great idea. Huge planting day today. We're hoping to get strawberries in, potatoes in, onions in, and I've got a ton of seeds that at this point can just go in the ground because we've been so busy doing other things. And Mr. Wonderful is out there, or not out there right now, but he's got his fence line that he's working on to get the cows out. So let me get these coolers cleaned up in this pot. You guys don't need to watch me do wifey chores, dishes, and wash coolers, but we'll find something fun to do today. So Mr. Wonderful's been drilling holes in all of our mineral tubs and getting those ready, and I am headed out to the pastures to get that done. And then this is what we are going to be doing. Onions will be easy peasy. They'll go in the raised bed, and then all the potatoes are going in those tubs. And I still have 50 strawberries that are also going to go in tubs. So I'm gonna go get the pasture. Missy Rescue is passed out. Boy, ain't that a cute dog. What a good garden dog. Okay, I need a hammer. Okay, so the day got a little discombobulated. We ended up needing to make a trip to town, but I got Missy Velvet's 2 more pins up for her. So she has one here and then one there. I've got the sheep pen ready for tomorrow, and it's the afternoon now, so I'm not going to put them out. But so they have a new pen for tomorrow, and Mr. Wonderful has decided to come out to the market garden, and this is where he's going to put his buckets with potatoes in them. So he's laying down some weed fabric and then putting the buckets on top of them, on top of the weed fabric. Come over here and check these cuties out. Oh, they got a little hammered by the rainstorm. It just, just dumped and dumped and dumped. But these were here when I moved in, and so I'm going to dig as many of these up as I can and move them to the driveway at some point. But this is what Mr. Wonderful's up to. He's getting buckets filled and then just setting them on top of the weed fabric. And so that's going to be really exciting. And I'm headed out to the Groom shop to get a whole 4-wheeler load of stuff unpacked out there. Look at those faces. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't rip these guys out. They're coming back. And I also planted poppies out here, but I'm not seeing any of them. Oh, there's some coming up. Oh, I just love their faces. Got to get this stuff out to the Groom shop and get it unpacked. Okay. Give you guys a tour here. There's Zuzi and Dexter. One of my favorite mottos. Nice, great big gate here. And some very dear ladies came together and made me that quilted banner. I love it. I had to put that underneath Bossy because she definitely has us trained. Crates with easy, safe latches. And Mr. Wonderful put this gate in, which is super nice to divide the shop kind of in half so that I can have dogs running around with me back here if I'm bathing, and they'll leave the dogs in the crates up here alone, or, you know, have a dog running around up front that won't bother the dogs in the bathtub. So of course the laundry room, and that photo there came from my old workplace. It was another thing that I asked. I love the bulldog slipping the ace of clubs underneath the table. I just think that's such a cool picture. So I've got my smocks all up. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with the towel situation yet. I haven't figured that out. But here's the bathtub and the countertop, and almost all of my product is in. I'm still waiting on the stuff from Washington, so. But we got everything. I think I'm pretty much ready to rock and roll, you guys. Ready to go back to work. Got my AC hooked up. Today while we were at Walmart, I picked up, this is a really kind of a groomer hack that I'll share with you guys. If you guys like your dogs to run around with bandanas on, but you know, you don't want to pay the $5 or whatever they want for bandanas at pet stores and things like that, I buy this in the fabric department at Walmart. And these run from 97 cents to $1.97 for a whole square. And this square is, let's see if I can find one that's got it, 18 inches by 21 inches. So you can cut this in half diagonally and make 2 bandanas. So that's just a groomer's hack. Every dog will leave with a bandana or a bow, of course. So your dogs can look beautiful too for not a lot of money. All right, I'm done in here. Headed out to the next task. All right, it's strawberry planting time. I need to make out Jewel and Early Glow strawberry plant tags. These. And all these tubs we still have to fill. So this is where, for those of you who don't know, this is where my market garden was last year. And I will amend the soil. I'll put compost on the top of this and recover it. We did it with woven weed fabric, and we'll put T-posts and hog panels up. My blueberries are along the fence line over there. My blackberries and raspberries are along the fence line over there. So this is kind of the garden acre, so to speak. Is, you know, eventually this whole area will all be garden. That's, you know, the 5-year plan, so to speak. But right now we're gonna experiment and see if we put this woven weed fabric down and put pots on top of it and grow out of them this year. We're going to see if it kills the grass underneath. And if that's the case, if it does kill the grass underneath, then we will use that to kill the grass rather than, of course, you know, tilling. I like to do no-till when I can. I'm not adamant about it, and I'm not one of those people that judges anybody for tilling. I think that everybody has their own way of gardening. But I do like to do all kinds of different gardening here for you guys to be able to see all kinds of different things. That's why we experiment and try. So anyway, back to the task at hand. We're planting Labradors today. Just kidding. This is where the strawberries are going to go. So I am going to see if I can set you guys up. And Jewel strawberry and Jewel strawberry. Save those 2 plant tags for later. Early glows. And these babies out of the bag here. Nice root system. Ooh, nice big. I'm going to do these in the trenching method again today. In case you missed the last video, basically I just take the roots. It's not a very good example, but I split them in half. This is a lot like how you'd plant asparagus as well, but this is the top of the strawberry plant, and these are the roots, and I'm splitting them in half, and then I'm laying them in the trench, just like so. So this is what they look like laying in the trench. And then I just cover them up. Strawberries are pretty forgiving. So I'm gonna get the rest of these planted and then I'll be right back. All right. 50 strawberries in containers. That feels good. Well, that sucks. I bought a 75-foot hose and it doesn't reach. Also, oh, this thing is not messing around. I love these fabric hoses, and I always have the 5/8 one. And this time we went for the 1/2 inch 75 footer for the big gardening stuff, and boy, this thing pumps out some serious water. But I did want to let you know that I did go ahead and fertilize everybody. I used Espoma Holly Tone on the strawberries, and then Mr. Wonderful got all of these buckets right here planted up with Pontiac red Pontiac potatoes, and they got plant tone, blood meal, and bone meal in them. And that stuff stinks, but we got it on. And so there's 3 potatoes per tub, planted about 5, 6, 7 inches deep. Potatoes are not picky. Potatoes are so easy. They're like the gateway plant into gardening. They are so easy, and they're so much fun to dig up at the end of the year. So there's 3 potatoes in each tub, so there's 30 red Pontiac potatoes in these tubs. Sorry, I've got dirt all over my face and my hands, and you get what you get, and you won't throw a fit. So just a little bit of information on what we planted today. Both the Early Glow and the Jewel strawberries are June bearing strawberries, so they will put off a lot of blossoms and fruit to harvest in the summer, in June, and then they will peter out. They will still give strawberries, but they kind of, in tomato terms, they're kind of a determinate. They have a determined amount of blossoms, and they grow to produce a big yield in June. That's why they call them June bearing. They also have ever bearing strawberries, which produce all year, but these are June bearing varieties, the 2 that I put in. And not for any reason other than that's just what I got. The potatoes, red Pontiac, they are about a 85-95 day potato. They are considered an early potato, and they red skin, white flesh, really, really good for roasting. We love them for mashed potatoes. I leave the skins on, and it leaves little, red flecks in your mashed potatoes, kind of like country mashed potatoes, not like the whipped mashed potatoes. Just a second. Boss up, get in here. Ooh, you're treading lightly. She has been not wandering terribly, but kind of trying to test the limits and the boundaries. And we are at the front of the property. There's a very busy road out there. My dogs are not allowed past the fence line and the safety barrier. So anywho, little bit of a drill sergeant when it comes to my dogs. I have no issues admitting that. Red Pontiac potatoes will be harvested earlier than something like a russet. They are a determinate potato, so you do not have to mound them. That is something that I love about them. I can set them and forget them. And they don't grow as tall as a lot of your indeterminate potatoes do. So I hope I've said potatoes this whole time and not tomatoes. We've got tomatoes on the brain. So anyway, determinate, potato, and one of our favorites. I just heard something happening in the barn. So I kind of sort of skipped something. I have all of those plants that dear wonderful lady brought me, and I have not divided them, put them in the ground, weedy whacked where they're going to go, move the soil to where they're going to go. So I think I'm going to work on that until it gets dark, because I got excited about being out here in the garden area and skip that process. So I hope you guys had a beautiful day, and I will catch you on the next one. Yours truly.